If Happy Days or Hairspray were a place, they'd be Wildwoods on New Jersey's southern shore. Just 3 hours drive from New York, this is an all-American answer to Blackpool, with one of the best beaches in the country, usually pretty good weather, and a slew of retro kitschy motels.
Wildwood, I first came to know and love as a small child because we would vacation in the next community over, Cape May. And the highlight of that summer vacation was when my mother would bring me to Wildwood for the day on the boardwalk. Everything about it was like cotton candy. I mean, you just couldn't get enough of it. At the height of the 50s, there were some 400 commercial motels. I brought my partner Carolyn to New Jersey. She's from Seattle and had not really had a Jersey Shore experience, and she was addicted.
We purchased the Caribbean Motel because we were looking for a motel, a doo-wop motel, and we were looking for a historic property to preserve. The Wildwoods were emerging as a popular destination place by automobile in the 50s. Rock music was being created. One of the forms of music was called doo-wop. It's young people standing on the corner in Philadelphia harmonizing. So the music, the architecture, the culture, colors, clothes, flamboyant fins on automobiles, all this came together. And the exuberance in Wildwood is reflected in the motels. You have the Sputnik. There was a period of going to the moon, the race in space against the Russians. You have the Hawaiian theme. Back in the late 50s, early 60s, Hawaii became a state. There was that famous television show, Hawaiian 5-0. Everything was Hawaiian. We have the Waikiki, had the thatched roofs and the little tiki umbrellas. It's, okay, you got the Waikiki, I'm going to build the Singapore in the shape of the pagoda. You had the Caribbean with the levitating ramp, the crescent-shaped pool. There is no other. Where have you seen a crescent-shaped pool?
I think it's probably architecturally the best example that's still around in the Wildwoods of the sort of kitschy 50s beach motel.
And the Caribbean Motel is where a unique species of plant first sprouted.
This is apparently where the first plastic palm tree grew. And the plastic palm tree is a very healthy specimen, and they are everywhere. Governor Christie Whitman actually designated by official decree that the official symbol of the Wildwoods is the plastic palm tree.
Part of the proper care and feeding of our plastic palms is replenishing the palm fronds from time to time. For example, when George and I first bought the motel 8 years ago, there were a number of fronds missing. So we had to grow new ones. And to do that, we learned that there is one company that specializes in growing plastic palm fronds. Not every palm frond is identical because, they grow at different angles and they flop over. So they had to come out and do an inventory of which palm fronds we needed to replace. Do they flop right, left, the angles that they curve at? In the winter, we have to put them away. We take down all the palm fronds and pack them safely for the winter, and the coconuts. We wrap the trees. From time to time, we have to paint the trees, and our staff is very proud of painting the rings a little darker than the rest of the trunk. I guess we could call the horticultural name of the plastic palm the Palmus plasticus.